Hey everyone, my name is Dean Rain. I'm a coach here at the Sales Gym. And in my role, I have the opportunity to work with some of the best storytellers in the entire world. Now, going through this process, I've seen storytelling being the most powerful way that people are getting their points across and actually closing deals. But the very best storytellers don't just craft narratives, they bring in facts and figures to provide more credibility. And here's how they do it. So one of the things that's true about us as humans is we make decisions from an emotional perspective more often than not. However, when you're in the business world, you can't just impulsively make an emotional decision. You have to justify it to other people. And typically, this is done through facts and figures. So, the very best performers I work with, what they do is they'll craft narratives to be able to hook people, to be able to make people see why their product or service will make an impact on businesses just like the prospect they're speaking with. And by doing that, they suck the prospect in emotionally. But as we all just discussed, emotions isn't enough just to close the deal. They have to sell that deal to other people. So you need to arm them with ammunition in the form of data. So what the very best people do is they study their past clients, they study the industry, and they understand what the common problems are and what percentage impact that has on different KPIs. So maybe a problem reduces revenue by 5%, cuts profits down by 3%, or reduces recruitment ability by 10%. If you can lay those numbers out, you help people understand the scale of the problem so they can actually start to measure it mathematically. Then, as you go through the process of crafting that narrative and talking about how they addressed the problem and how it turned out on the backside, that gives you the opportunity to say, if you are in this position, you could change your revenue, your profit margin, your manpower numbers, whatever it might be, by a specific metric or a specific number. And if you can do this, if you can let them know, hey, our problems or our solutions not only solve your problems, but they solve your problems and they increase this KPI by X amount. Now you're not only speaking to the emotional part of us that makes decisions, you're giving the person you're speaking with ammo to come back, have that discussion with their team, and lay out in a more cold and calculated way that if they use your product or service, then they will see X amount of increase in their business. And that's worth actually purchasing and going through the trouble of. So as you craft your narratives, know that these are great ways to pull people in and actually see the value and vision of what it is you guys can do for them. But don't forget, data is also a really important part of this process. So as you're crafting your narratives, think through what data points are going to be important to this person I'm speaking with. Where can I find that data? And then start integrating that data within your storytelling skills because you're going to see much better results based on what we've seen.